Hello, friends. Bill back again. This week's vlog is all about voice search optimization, otherwise known as voice search engine optimization, which is a lot like traditional search engine optimization with a few little wrinkles. We're going to talk about it today. So I think it's clear. 2022, almost December, you can see we're in the holidays. And I think it's clear by now that we're doing a lot of talk to text, and we're doing a lot of voice search or talks to search or speak to search. And how do we make sure that our landing pages and our web pages and our website and our offers and our information is getting found when it comes to these voice searches or speak to search opportunities? And it's really not that difficult. It's just kind of being cognizant or aware of the fact that people speak a little bit differently than they type. And in the same way you would want long form written content to show up with search, you want to have that tagged correctly. You want to have that marked up correctly. You want to have that written in a way that's timely and relevant. Well, people speak differently than they type. So we want to also, if we're wanting to show up in voice or voice search or speak to search, we want to make sure that we have very conversational questions and answers. There are a myriad of ways to make sure that this is the case. A lot of Q&A pages or frequently asked questions pages on websites come up a lot during speak to search opportunities, whether we're talking to our smartphone or smart speaker, whether we're speaking to our car through Apple Maps or Waze, whether we're getting directions. A lot of the questions that we may ask one of these smart devices is very conversational. And as long as within your content, and interestingly enough, it's actually longer form content that seems to be showing up about 3-to-1 in these voice searches. So we want to have more robust content, but we want to have that content done in a very conversational way. The way we tackle that here at Reputation Sensei by Digital Media Nation is we have our podcasts transcribed, because when Chris and I do a podcast, we're speaking in a very conversational way, and we're speaking to the issues that most of our clients would have, or the questions that they may have, or the concerns that they may have, or the desire for knowledge that they may possess. So by actually transcribing our entire podcast or our vlog rolls like this, we're actually getting that conversational question and answer right into our content, which then Google, so long as it loads quickly, we want to be really aware of page load speed, because essentially when Google knocks on the door or your smart device knocks on the door, they want to make sure that the content's right there. It has to be there in less than 4.5 seconds. If you have low or slow load times, you have no chance of showing up in voice search. So we want to have very conversational questions and answers. We want to make sure we're transcribing content in a very conversational way. We want to make sure that we're curating content, which means creating and then publishing content to our web pages in a way that addresses both the question and a quick answer. And just so you know, when voice search, specifically from Google, which is now controlling Apple, just so you know, Apple used to use Bing, now they use Google search for their voice search results. So we want to make sure that we're aware of that fact, and they want to have answers coming back in less than 20 words. The average is about 18.5, so I guess 19 words in the response. So what we have to do is create the question in a very conversational way. We want to have an answer in a very precise and concise 18 to 19 words. And then we want to have that embedded in a piece of content that not only loads quickly under 4.5 seconds, but that does so in a larger piece of content. A beautiful way to do this is through the transcription of vlog roll, video blog, or podcast. So just be aware, 76% of searches are being spoken today. This is outstanding news for people that are looking to get a leg up on their competitors, because very few people are actually aware of this fact. And if they are aware, they don't seem to be doing a whole heck of a lot about it. So we thought it would be a good vlog for y'all to know what voice search means and how we can take advantage of it. And the best way for me to tell you is search engine optimization and voice search optimization are two sides of the same coin. We want to create valuable content that speaks directly to the desires for information or the needs of our clients in a very careful and empathetic way. We want to give them short answers under 19 words. We want to optimize our content in a very conversational way. We want to make sure that it's tagged correctly, that it loads quickly, and that it's easy to be found through voice search. So this sounds like a lot of complicated things, and by now you might be thinking, wow, this is this is just a hill too high to climb, but it's actually not. And as a matter of fact, if you'd like to schedule a consultation with me or anybody on my team, we would love the opportunity to talk to you about voice search optimization. And this could be a real difference between success and huge success for you in 2023. So as we look forward to plan for our 2023 goals, I think voice search optimization should be tops of your list on how we create and curate content. And we would love nothing more than have a conversation with you about how we can help you and really make this really simple to understand and get rid of that fear you might have. This is not a big task. There's a couple tips and tricks that we can give you, a couple I mentioned on this call, that will really help you in understanding how you can really take advantage of the way the world is clearly going. We've been talking about voice search for about 4 years now. It really kind of became a thing in 2018. By now, like I said, over 75% of all searches are spoken. It's no longer a nice to have, it's an absolute need to have. So I'd love the opportunity to speak more about voice search optimization, explain to you the strategies that we implement and how successful they are. I'd also love to have an opportunity to talk about your current online presence, how you're curating content, and how we can optimize for voice search going forward. It's a fairly simple thing, and we would love to help you along the way. Once again, this is Bill Courtwright signing off, talking voice search optimization. Happy holidays.